if you ask any native English speaker what sound does a dog make, they will either say bark or woof. Now these two words are... Hey guys, how are you doing today? My name is Catelyn and I am back again today with another viewer requested video. So as you might know, at the end of all of my videos, I always ask you guys if you have any questions or video suggestions, and if you do, to just leave those down in the comment box below. And I've had a few people ask me about figures of speech. Figures of speech is actually a really interesting and important topic. We use figures of speech in our writing and our speaking to sound more exciting and interesting. Using figures of speech really shows that you have a good grasp of the English language. So if you can use these in your exams, whether that be an essay or a speech, then you're definitely going to get some extra marks. English teachers absolutely love it when you use figures of speech. So today I'm going to be teaching you the most common types of figures of speech, because we do have several kinds in English, and I'll also give you an example of each. So let's get straight into it. So I'll first explain to you guys what a figure of speech is. A figure of speech is a word or a phrase with a meaning that is different to its literal meaning. So basically it's a word or phrase that doesn't mean what you think it means. And in English, as I said, we do have several different kinds of figures of speech, but the most common and most important ones are similes, metaphors, hyperboles, personification, idioms, euphemisms, and onomatopoeia. And these are all the ones that I'm going to be explaining to you today. So we'll start off with a simile. So a simile is when we use the words like or as to describe something by comparing it to another thing. And there are two structures that we can make similes with. The first is first thing is like second thing. And the second structure is first thing is as adjective as second thing. For example, he runs like a cheetah. That uses the first structure. Another example, he is as fast as a cheetah. That uses the second structure. So you can see in both of these sentences, I'm describing the way that he runs by comparing him to a cheetah. So I'm saying that he runs very fast like a cheetah does. So our next figure of speech is a metaphor. And a metaphor is a little bit similar to a simile, but instead of it being a comparison using like or as, it's a direct comparison to describe something. For example, he is a cheetah when he runs. You can see in this example, I'm still comparing him to a cheetah to say that he runs very fast, but I'm not saying that he's like a cheetah or he is as fast as a cheetah. I'm saying that he is a cheetah. This is a direct comparison. So you can see it's a little bit different from simile. Try to remember this because oftentimes people can get confused between similes and metaphors, but they are different things. Next up is hyperbole. And hyperbole is just a fancy word for exaggeration. And this means making something seem bigger or more important than it is. For example, he runs at the speed of a cheetah. This is hyperbole. I'm exaggerating how fast he can actually run. I'm saying that he can run as fast as a cheetah, but he actually can't. I'm making him seem faster than he really is. This is hyperbole. Our fourth figure of speech today is personification. And this is when we apply a human characteristic to a thing or an animal. For example, the cheetah growled angrily. Anger is a human emotion. It's a characteristic. So when I apply that to an animal, a cheetah, this is personification. Our next one is an idiom. And I have lots of videos on idioms on my channel because I think that they are a great way for you guys to sound more natural in English. So if you would like to watch any of those, I have left them in the description box down below for you. But an idiom is actually a figure of speech. An idiom is a phrase that has a different meaning from the words in it. For example, break a leg. This idiom actually means good luck. So if somebody was about to do an exam, you might say to them, break a leg, and that means good luck on your exam. Our sixth one is a euphemism. A euphemism is when we use a word or phrase that is more polite than a harsher or more offensive one. For example, he passed away. Passed away is a euphemism for death or to die. And passed away is just a little bit more polite way of saying this. And our very last figure of speech today is onomatopoeia. An onomatopoeia is a word that resembles a sound. So if you ask any native English speaker what sound does a dog make, they will either say bark or woof. Now these two words are onomatopoeia because they resemble the sound that a dog makes. And onomatopoeia can actually be really interesting because it varies from language to language. So I would actually like to know, in your language, what sound does a dog make? So those are all the figures of speech for today. There are more than the ones that I've taught you, and if you guys would like to see a video on those, please just tell me in the comments down below and I will make that for you guys. Thank you again for requesting this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and also follow me on my Instagram and Facebook. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!